Yo, 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 it's your boy Burnell Washburn with another quick episode of Creative Success. Chilling out here on a beautiful Wednesday, soaking up the sunshine and the good vibes at the park with my daughter, Ollie Sky, eating some Honeycrisp apples and just having a beautiful, blessed day, getting some work done at the park and playing, running around, having fun. So, wanted to send out a quick, positive, inspiring message to talk about how I manifested the life of my dreams and how you can too, and just really how I use scripting and things like that to, you know, bring my dreams into reality. Because it wasn't that long ago that I was really like dreaming of days like this, thinking like working a job I absolutely hated, thinking, man, someday it would be so cool if I could just like set my own hours, go to a park or go to nature or go to the beach and just work on my laptop and be able to inspire and uplift people and do what I love and make my art and get paid to do that and not have to come to this job that I don't like. And like it seemed outlandish, it seemed like wishful thinking, you know what I mean? I remember working a job I hated for 2 weeks, making 300 bucks, 400 bucks on a 2 week paycheck and just absolutely hating it and saying, man, someday I'll make this much money in a single day. Someday I'll make, more than this just in a night doing what I love, and now that's true. Now I make more than that in an hour sometimes, you know what I mean? So like and not even just an hour, but an hour doing something that I love where I also feel like I'm making a positive impact on others. So like it's such a blessing, and like shit that seems outlandish is really not. It's like we're it's capable of so much more, yo. Huh. We're capable of so much more, young Oli Sky. We got limitless potential, huh? Faux show. See, she already knows what it is. But basically, I use scripting to like write out my ideal life. So I'll take out my journal, my success journal, my dream journal, and and I'll write down my ideal life. So like, I'll give you a quick example. I used to write down days on tour before I'd ever been traveling out of state. When I was working a job I hated, never left and been on tour, and just thinking about how cool it would be like to be on tour, I used to write down these journal entries. Man, today was such a blessed day. Woke up in this new city that I've never been to before, and it's just so refreshing to be around new scenery. I had an epic view out of our hotel room. Uh, Woke up and everyone was in an amazing mood. We went out to breakfast and had an amazing breakfast. Smoked a fatty on the patio, and went out and just like had this amazing blissful morning before we hopped in the van. Cruising in the van, we were having the most inspiring, intellectual, uplifting conversations with each other, where we were just really like diving deep. And uh, when we showed up to the venue, the promoter there was there to greet us with all this amazing food and drink, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, so I would script out like a whole day on tour of what it was like to be on tour before I'd ever gone on tour. And then it was crazy. Within a year or two, I was actually touring with idols that I looked up to and people that I used to grow up listening to. And I would go back and read my scripting journals, and it was mind blowing how many things came true. It was crazy. Like, even details like today, I went in today, the promoter greeted us with like fresh vegetarian tacos or something like that, and like literally that happened. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. And I kind of forgot about this process. It's something I used to do a lot, and then I kind of forgot about it for a while, and I started doing it again over the last like 6 months or so, and it's been working like crazy for me. So I scripted like what my new house was like, and ended up getting a lot of those features that I was writing about, and a lot of the feelings that I was writing about. So I think more importantly than including like specific features and details is more including emotions and feelings of how are you going to actually feel when you manifest that. How is it actually going to like charge you up, and what emotions are you going to experience? And if you were to write down a journal entry of yesterday, you could include the emotions of yesterday. I woke up feeling like this, and then I did that, and then it felt like this, and then I went on and did this, and it felt like that. So write down a journal entry from your ideal life with no limitations, and don't think about like what your current reality is. Just think about what you want, even if it seems absolutely crazy. Just go for what you actually want and script it out. So today I wrote a journal entry about my Tesla. You know, today was one of the most rewarding and fulfilling days of my life. I just plugged in my new Tesla to charge it for the first time. Walking into the showroom to get the title and pay upfront cash was such an amazing feeling. The first place I drove was up the canyon, driving, streets I've driven my whole life, in a car I've always dreamt of re-inspired me in a way I can barely describe. It really reminds me to dream big and have faith in myself. When I first started manifesting this car, I could barely afford to give my homie $3 for gas money, but I knew someday I'd have this. The Tesla is super fun to drive. Ollie loves it, and I feel like a straight boss whipping around in the town in this beauty. My music sounds incredible in the stock system, and now, and it's, like I go on to describe so much stuff, and I'm so happy about this. Beyond just being able to travel and run errands with comfort and style, this car really helps me inspire people because, I'm making more supporters and clients and partners that are first attracted to that, then they're diving deeper into my content, and they're actually going to watch these creative success videos and listen to my podcast and listen to my music and pay attention to the inspiring message that I have because they see the external results that they might think they want. And I'm not saying that like a car makes you happy or whatever. I'm just saying that like it's a feeling. It helps inspire and uplift people. They see certain things that they want to, that it helps them think is possible for them. So you know what I mean? Sorry, but anyway, I would go into detail of how like this is a reflection of my growth and the value that I provided to the world, and because I believe that the more value you provide, the more money you make, and that's why I wouldn't really be able to afford a Tesla unless I had been providing like a bunch of value. So um, it helps me, be a better dad, take my daughter around places, and be a good co-parent. Like so many good things. I write down all these emotions that I'm feeling. I went on for like 3 pages. And I love telling people the story of how I manifested it through scripting and through the law of attraction and vision boards and believing in myself and talking about it and thinking about it and speaking it into existence and dreaming of it, and overcoming from having a car. How I love the inspiring story that I'm having from like going from I went from having a car repossessed because I couldn't pay for it to a year later having a Tesla. And I want that story to inspire and uplift people and show them that they can dream big and achieve their goals. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the deeper reasons of why I want it, and there's certain feelings that I'll have. Like I like the fact that it's electric. I'll be charging it instead of buying a bunch of gas. You know what I mean? And I just think Elon Musk is a crazy ass motherfucker and just wild what kind of shifts he's making in the world. So, and it's like a nice ass car that like is like a symbol of success, but it's not like $70,000, $100,000, $200,000 like a Lambo. Or, you know what I mean? So anyway, every morning when I look outside and see my Tesla in the driveway, I'm flooded with gratitude and appreciation, and also reminded that I am a powerful co-creator living the dream in a beautiful, loving universe. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? So include gratitude and include details and include emotions and just script out your ideal life, and it'll really help you train your subconscious and your nervous system, because I believe that your subconscious mind and your whole being doesn't really know that in the universe doesn't really know the difference between something being a reality and not. So when you're writing about it and you're actually feeling these emotions and actually like write it in the present tense, not like next week I'm going to, or next year I'm going to, like write it right now. Today I just woke up on the beach in Hawaii and looked out, and it was the most perfect temperature when I stepped out onto the balcony and breathed in that ocean air. And write it in like the present or like past tense as if it already happened. You know what I mean? Because the universe doesn't even really know the difference. It tricks your whole being into like believing that it's so, and then when you believe it's so, you act accordingly, and when you act accordingly and you create the right habits, then obviously you yield the results. And also, just this universe is fucking magical. Believe that. So, bless up. I hope this video inspires you and uplifts you, and maybe gets you thinking. Go invest in some nice pens. I got a nice purple pen because it's the highest color vibration. You know what I mean? I spent $10 on a nice journal that is fresh and is rather than just like a 30-cent little notebook. You can use those too. It's fine, but I like to have a nicer pen and nicer notebook and just script it out and have fun with it and experience all the positive emotions that come with it. So much love and respect. If you like this video and if you found this inspiring or helpful, make sure to tag someone else that might like it. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. What are you doing? Make sure to get on that young subscribe. Smash that subscribe button, as they say. Huh, Ollie? Can you say subscribe? Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe?
Subscribe.
You heard it first. Creative Success Burnell Washburn. Over and out.
Washburn.
Peace and blessings.